Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. Thank you, Mr. Gary Weiner and Mr. Michael SHRIBMAN, and also Anastasia, our speakers for today. Good morning from in Canada, and we're here at 8 p.m. in Jakarta. Ya, selamat malam Bapak Ibu, terima kasih udah join di webinar ini. Webinar ini di dalam bahasa Inggris, but kalau Anda ada pertanyaan dalam bahasa Indonesia silakan, I will translate for you, okay? Today we have a webinar about startup visa, Canadian startup visa program. It's one of the Canadian permanent residency program for an innovative entrepreneur. Next. Okay, let me read the disclosure. So all speakers are giving their opinion. This webinar is going to be recorded. The presentation is not intended to give immigration advice. There is no implied or non-implied offer for this immigration, and please self-verify any statements given by the presenters. Our speakers for today are, hang on, I lost it.
Well, I'm here, Georgina. This is Jerry Weiner.
Jerry Weiner. I clicked something. Sorry. Our speakers for today are the Honorable Mr. Gary Weiner, former Minister of Immigration, Citizenship, and Secretary of State of Canada, and he's currently an Executive Director, Global Relations, Partnerships, and Customer Satisfactions of APS Global Partners. And second speaker is Michael SHRIBMAN. He's the President and Founder of APS Global Partners. He's an entrepreneur, investor for pre-IPO, merger and acquisitions, and a startup mentor. And I myself is Georgina MIEKE. I'm the host for this webinar. I'm a Director of Internegri Migration, and I'm based in Jakarta. So just a quick glimpse about what I do. Other than Canada, I also facilitate and promote with different partners for Spain, Portugal, Cyprus, Greece, US, and Australia, but mostly are investment-based. Next. Here's our agenda for today's webinar. So I will do the introduction, and then after that, Mr. Gary Weiner and Mr. Michael SHRIBMAN will start with their presentations. And after that, Anastasia will present about APS, who are we, what we do, the SUV criteria, the designated organizations, and the service that APS provided. And then I will conduct a Q&A session, and the last part will be the summary and the conclusion. Please put all your questions in the chat box. We've already received some questions from you. Thank you. And I will read it during the Q&A session. All right, let's get started. Mr. Gary Weiner, time is yours.
Good evening, Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm absolutely delighted to bring you warm greetings from Canada. I have the joy of now having worked in this field the better part of 40 years. It was back in the 1980s that I created the world's first immigrant investor program. And it went on for some 30 years, giving people residency in Canada for making investment either with the government or paying a certain amount of walk-going money. Now, this is the Canada Startup Visa that Michael SHRIBMAN and the team are offering. I have the joy of working with this program. I call it the best program I've ever been able to present. It's the only program of its type in the world where you have an idea, or if you don't have an idea, you have to speak the language to a certain level. If you don't, we'll help you. And in return, we grant you an irreversible permanent residency. I've been traveling the world. I just had a few comments before that on a given day, I could be speaking to Asia, India, the Middle East, Egypt, and I'm thrilled now to be speaking to Indonesia. Well, in this turbulent world, what we offer is a plan B. You stay home, a second passport in a secure environment, a good country called Canada, travel to 185 countries visa-free, perhaps children ready for university or school at relatively inexpensive rates compared to the world markets, and a strategic market of almost 400 million people in North America and a free trade agreement with Mexico and Canada and the United States. Great relationships with Europe, where we have trade agreements, and also Asia Pacific, and now burgeoning in Africa. So if you want to see the world, if you want to do business with the world, a great strategic location in secure, quiet borders. This is called Canada. Whether you live in the East or the West, weather a little unsettled in the winter, perhaps for a month or two, but the rest of the year, just a gorgeous, gorgeous country to live in, a country of peace and tranquility. Education, healthcare, I've been in all that. I'm a healthcare professional, and I guess I'm particularly well placed to advise people. I've been on boards of schools in education, and in healthcare, I'm a pharmacist by profession. And having been elected to 2 successive governments, I served as the honorable. I was the Minister of Immigration, Citizenship, and Secretary of State in 2 Brian Mulroney governments, considerably well known around the world. So after having traveled the world, my bucket list is that in this era with Zoom calls, I'm able to revisit the world, and sometimes on a given day. So I am thrilled to be able to meet new people constantly. My joy is to continue to keep in touch with them. And in meeting you through this medium, it's sometimes difficult to get a strong feeling, but I can assure you of prompt, vigorous responses, either to your questions today or whenever you may have them. And I will tell you that a success rate unparalleled. In meeting Michael SHRIBMAN, he is actually the guru of startup visas in the world. And I'm thrilled that he found me. He built this company one person at a time, comprising former public officials, both elected and appointed, former consul generals who handled immigration. He has a great team of business leaders in developing a startup program. Now, as you may know, startup is not an easy word. It looks like you can go on a website. The government will say you can probably enter and try to form your own startup company. Just doesn't work. Probably a 10,000 to 1 chance of getting it through. Michael has developed a program with a kind of database and connections, and he too travels the world, giving you the opportunity to develop a startup visa. Startup visa, very simply, grants a letter of support once you're accepted as a client, and with that letter of support, you're entitled to receive permanent residency, irrevocable, leading to, of course, citizenship, the Canadian passport. Now, in the meantime, you have the privileges and rights of all other Canadians as a permanent resident very, very early in the process. There's a small amount of money that's required, unfortunately. My services today are pro bono, of course, and anytime you write me or call me, very much the same. So I'm not a lawyer by profession. I do not give immigration advice, but I've lived and worked with people in this field for the better part of 40 years. And as I said, there are other citizenship by investment programs in the world, but none operate on the basis of giving you a business opportunity. Either you stay in the business or you don't stay in the business. And the competitive product might be the American EB-5 program, which is in and out, and is now much more expensive. This program is considerably more expensive. So I'm thrilled on this particular day to be able to meet you. I'd like to do it one-on-one. I'd be happy to hear from you if you drop me a note, probably in English or in French. I'm not yet conversant with all the languages of the world, and even though my Spanish is halting, if you drop me a note, I'll be sure of a prompt response. So whether it's a question today, a question later, something you want to hear about, or some idea you have, share it with us now. will at the same time be here for your before and after. They call me global affairs and customer satisfaction, which means it's more important to keep a person happy the rest of their lives. And we do that. Anybody that's ever been a friend of mine for the last 30 or 40 years will know they can continue to count on me. So I guess without further ado, it's always my pleasure to introduce a great friend and a man who I've come to respect as one of the best in this particular field, Michael SHRIBMAN. And I'm aboard. I'm going to be part of this. I'm going to be listening very carefully. And wherever possible, if you need me to make a small intervention, I'll come right back in. And if there are questions for me at the end of what you're doing, please continue. And I plan to be with you throughout this webinar. So again, thank you very, very much for attending. I look forward to hearing from you one-on-one, each one of you. And of course, I used to invite everybody when they came to Canada to come and see me. It's a little more than I can handle on a given day because we've had some experiences where 25-piece orchestras have come in at midnight and expecting me to house them. So, but we can help you with accommodation and we can help you with travel and definitely education advice and health advice. And almost any question is never too strange or wonderful to ask. And I'm still connected to the what's going on in the country. And I could tell you nothing much is going on in Canada. We just dropped the barriers, travel free, COVID is over. This is the spring of renewal. It's time to think of a second passport, and what better place than Canada to do it. And so you never give up your passport of the country of origin. We don't ask you that, but that second passport, it'll give you a little comfort level, an assurance level. So again, I'm here. Thank you very, very much for attending. And I'm patiently listening to Georgina, Anastasia, and Michael as well. So have a wonderful evening, and I hope this is a good conference for you all. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. And I guess Michael is going to be in a moment. Or is Michael speaking?
Yes. Yes. No.
Mr. President, you're on. Go first.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of APS Global Partners, I would like to welcome you today to this really special webinar for us. I'm Michael SHRIBMAN. I'm an entrepreneur, investor, and the founder of APS Global Partners, a business advisory that supports international business of all kinds. Since 2017, we've been opening the doors to Canada for entrepreneurs in all kinds of industries, from food and beverage, transportation, oil and gas, IT technology, to healthcare and retail. APS Global Partners is proud to hold over 30% of the startup visa applications market in Canada with a 100% success rate. We work closely with over 500 immigration professionals around the world to ensure that we have experienced individuals at our side who can readily advise our clients on any topic necessary. We have already had over 100 businesses apply through our organization and dozens that have successfully collaborated with angel investors, venture capitalist firms, and other related designated organizations, all thanks to APS Global Partners' commitment to intimately facilitate this really tough process. Here at APS Global Partners, we work close with our industry professionals to offer strategic and informative solutions for foreign entrepreneurs' needs like you guys. Our network is rapidly expanding, and you may ask me, what is the secret behind our success? In order to answer this, I'd say you'd have to look at a highly qualified team of experts, our network of global connections, and our around-the-clock guidance process. The simple answer, the proof is in the pudding. So what is APS Global Partners offer you? In short, our team of business advisors and former government officials work to qualify candidates, revise and perfect their business ideas, and connect them with the right venture capitalist, business incubator, angel investors, all designated organizations located here in Canada. We do all to ensure that out of the other thousands of applications that are submitted, it is ultimately our candidates that are selected for startup visa program for sure. Because we're so dedicated to our client satisfaction, we have a money-back guarantee policy. Our competitors like to boost about our own success without offering you right kind of consideration and professional support. But we are not here to waste your time or delay your success. In fact, we're here to guarantee and expedite your success and help you to thrive in Canadian market. APS Global Partners, we treat this whole process like constellation of network, connecting one innovative business with the right organization that can uplift and properly support their venture to Canada. Take a local example from China. There was a health food company with innovative formula for muscle elasticity beverage wishing to operate in Canada. With our assistance, their business venture saw overwhelming success in partnering with Canadian sports studio to adopt their product. We'll help polish and refine their business plan and set them up with the right business incubator. This assisted the business owners in receiving of letter of support in just 2 months from the time they started participating in startup visa program with us. In a total of 6 months, they received their permanent resident card and successfully moved to Canada with their families. We're here to help you and your clients meet the Canadian standard because we believe in international businesses and the right to thrive in North American markets. That's why we actively aim our services towards innovative businesses like the virtual footwear try-on software that we actually just developed recently to target a long-standing pain point in the shoe industry. We could also take a look at Nigeria, where one company decided to innovate with poultry production and turn it into the green process. They developed a feed supplement for chickens, which radically changed the standard for sustainable poultry farming. By collaborating with their businesses and ensuring the long-term success of the green product within Canadian market, they were able to have their business thrive in North America. But choose APS Global Partners, you're choosing ongoing, steady support. We option that so many businesses opt for because of the proven success and vast network for immigration professionals. Our services are tailored to your needs and involve tax planning, lending services, implementation of business planning, angel funding, IPO exit strategy, and so much more. You can trust that APS Global Partners will stand by you through the entire length of your journey, offering our guidance on a steady and dependable basis. We are not just the safe choice, we are the right choice. With our shared commitment and professional efforts, I am confident that as a partner, we will achieve solid, substantial, and enduring process. I welcome you to all to pay attention to the requirements of the program, which will explain to you our marketing manager, Anastasia. Thank you very much. And I would be happy to answer any questions what you have and answer Q&A session. Anastasia, your board.
Thank you, Michael, very much. I would like to mention that we have another expert on our team. He is a former Foreign Service Officer, Special Advisor for APS Global Partners. His name is James Metcalf. He is doing the smell test for us. And he actually is the man who trained the immigration officers the immigration department to check the cases of the applicant. Therefore, if we will take you as a client for the startup visa program, you can be sure that you will receive all the benefits of this program. And now I'll show you a short video that will explain in details the startup visa program. Then we will go and speak a little bit about requirements from you as a client.
Have you heard of the Canadian Startup Visa Program? APS Global Partners can help you reach a successful application. Why Canada, you ask? Canada is the land of opportunity and growth. Great quality of life and a stellar business environment makes Canada a great place to prosper in. The Canadian social, health, and security sectors make for a superb quality of life. Additionally, Canada has a politically stable atmosphere, a well-established job market, and an amazing public education system. Canada also has one of the world's most functional public health systems, which provides universal, publicly funded healthcare to all residences. Canada ranks first in the Global Personal Freedom Sub-Index, and the Canadian passport is the 8th most powerful in the world. Over the past decade, Canada has shown a rapidly expanding economy. Canada has a strategic geographical location advantage, and financial security means that Canada is the best choice for establishing a new venture. You now know why Canada. Let's take a look at the Startup Visa program. Startup Visa is a program for entrepreneurs who have an innovative idea and wish to establish or move an existing innovative business to Canada while obtaining PR status. A startup visa requires the applicant to have an innovative business idea that will create jobs for Canadians and have the potential to compete on a global scale. The Canadian government requirements include English language proficiency, CLB 5 or higher, support of a designated organization, criminal security check, and medical clearance for each applicant. APS Global Partners knows the Canadian Startup Visa better than any other, which makes us the best company to work with on this program. We provide expert mentorship and will pre-approve your candidate before they even start applying. So there's no need to waste time on a drawn-out application process. We choose the most ideal designated organizations based on individual business needs that can provide a letter of support for our candidates. We are so confident in our strategy that we stand alone in guaranteeing the letter of support, or we have a full money-back guarantee. Designated organizations include business incubators, angel investors, and venture capital funds. At every step of this seemingly complex process, we take over and make things simple for the candidate with our continued guidance and mentoring. In order to have a full application package and to avoid delays in processing by IRCC, applicants must provide a collection of required documents and supporting documents with their application. These documents are the PR visa application, the letter of support from an IRCC certified designated organization, company incorporation documents, IMM 008 Schedule 13, personal documents listed in the PR visa application, and business documents as supporting attachments. A good way to wait for approval of the PR is to get a work permit. This allows settlement into Canada at a faster pace. Since 2017, APS Global Partners have been the pioneers of the Startup Visa program. You can be sure that we will help you from start to finish with the Canadian Startup Visa. Our accomplished team of consultants brings a variety of skills to the table, including, but not limited to, politics, business, and strategic thinking. We are here to help applicants achieve their business goals in Canada. Have you heard of the Canadian Startup?
Thank you all very much. 1 second. We'll move to the next slide. Great. So you saw a short video about the startup visa, and now we'll discuss the timeline. So startup visa launched in 2013. It was a pilot program. With our help, with the help of IPS global partners, Startup Visa became a permanent program. We did so many cases, so many successful cases, that the government decided that it's a good program to run in Canada to bring new entrepreneurs to lift up the Canada's economy. The Startup Visa program criteria for designated organizations. So as you already heard in the video, there are designated organizations. So those designated organizations are organizations which Canadian government designated to check the businesses for the Startup Visa program. They require innovative business idea, ability to create jobs for Canadians, and ability to compete on a global scale. Those three criteria are very important. You as an applicant will have to meet CLB-5 or higher level of IELTS test to receive a letter of support from designated organization with our help, and to show settlement funds. Basically, as much money as possible to make moving to Canada easier for you. You will have to show the settlement funds to the Canadian government, and also to demonstrate the funds to the designated organizations that you have the money to lift the business from the ground. There are no requirements for age in this program. So our oldest client was 67 years old, which is a huge plus, because all the immigration programs in Canada are limited to age. There is no requirement for set investment and no specific education needed. You can come from every part of any field. So basically you can be IT guy, or you can be in agriculture, it doesn't matter. There is no requirement also for management experience. Whenever you had it or not, it doesn't matter. If you had the management experience or a specific good education, this is a bonus. And of course, one of the pluses is that no success of business guarantees needed, meaning if your business will not succeed at the end of the day, nobody will take your PR away, because this PR is irrevocable. There are settlement funds that are required by the government of Canada, depends on the number of family members. All this information is available to you on the Canadian government website. You can go there by this link and find all the needed information about the Startup Visa. Also, please go and check by yourself all the data. We recommend it highly. What applicant must have for a qualifying business? In each business, supposed to be up to 5 co-founders holding at least 10% of shares. Applicants and designated organization altogether supposed to have more than 50% of voting rights. And this is in order so the program will not have any passive investors. At the time you receive your PR, you will be doing ongoing management of your business, and you will be already incorporated in Canada. And let's discuss the designated organization. So there are 3 designated types of organization. One of them is business incubator. They don't need you to secure financial investment just to show the liquid funds. So you need to show a bank statement that you have enough money to lift the business from the ground. Those organizations are developed mostly for new and developing businesses. So business incubators will not invest money into your business, but they will invest time. They will teach you exactly how to run a business on the Canadian market. Also, the second designated organization is angel investment groups. You need to secure an investment for this designated organization, and they will invest minimum of 75,000 Canadian dollars. Into this designated organization usually will go businesses with proven concept. And last but not least, venture capital funds. You also will have to secure investment. It's similar to angel investment. They will invest in your business minimum of 200,000 Canadian dollars, usually into this designated organization, going businesses with already financial traction. So basically businesses that are already making some profit. What usually applicants don't know about the startup visa program. So there are some material online about this program that you can find, but you wouldn't know that business plan is not enough to apply. Maybe it was enough at 2013 when the program was just a pilot, but today when the program is developed, it's not enough. You have to have lots of more documents on your business, IP even, but not only the business plan. We will help you with all the documents and all the needs for your business to receive the letter of support. Business organizations specialize on different types of industries, businesses, sizes, etc. Meaning, you need to know to which designated organization to go in order to receive the support for this program. We know all the designated organizations. We work with all of them, and we know exactly what those organizations are looking for. The process to pitch business idea is different for each organization. So because each organization is different, they're looking for different type of things. They also will have a different process of pitching the business. And each organization has its own requirements. So it's different from one organization to another, even from if we will have several business incubators, all of them are different. And we know all the bells and whistles of this program and of all the designated organization. So our services to you as a client, we will review your business if you already have one. We will help you with the business if you don't. Preparation of supporting business document as required by designated organization. Coaching and training and ensuring acceptance into into the designated organization. And of course, we will introduce you to all our strategic partners. You will ask us about the timeline. So from your point of view, how do you start and when do you finish? You will be providing required documents in order to us understand who you are, what is your background, and what kind of business can be developed for you and how we can run with your innovative business maybe. Then we will have a meeting between you, us, and Ms. Georgina. After this meeting, we will let you know with which business you can go and how we will accept you into this program. We will sign a retainer agreement and you will be paying a deposit. After at least 4 to 5 months, you will receive a letter of support from designated organization with our help. After the letter of support is issued, you will be able to submit the PR application with help of immigration consultant or lawyer who are partnering with us as well. After the period of 12 to 16 months by the Canadian government timeline, you will receive a Canadian permanent residency. You will be able to land in Canada and start working on your business. So those are all the services that we provide. It's a lot. You wouldn't be able to find any company who would be able to do as much. We will look into your business. We will decide if this business is good enough to start a visa program. We will do market research for you. We will look for concept validation. Of course, the pitch deck and everything that needs to be developed for your business, if it's IP solution or financial modeling, etc. So basically, from the point that you will start with us, and even after you will land in Canada, we will continue to providing you all the services that you need for your business. We will provide you the network that we have with specialists in taxes. If you will have to do some work with lawyers, if you will have to find another investors even. So it's a white glove service that we provide, and we're happy to do it. In order to start with us, you will have to fill out our questionnaire that will have some general questions to show us a clear copy of passport, your resume, and if you already done language proficiency examination result, if you already have it, it's much better. All diplomas, professional certificates that you have are also a benefit. Bank statement at a little bit later stage will have to show as well in order to, so we would be able to understand if you can lift this business off the ground. And a high quality photo for the website as well. This photo will be used for your PR application. You will be signing 2 retainer agreements with us and with licensed immigration representative. By Canadian law, those have to be 2 separate agreements. Okay. Now, I want to thank you for your time and for your attention, and we will be happy to start Q&A session with Michael and Georgina. Thank you, everyone.